I had set myself some landmarks and sites that I wanted to see in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and now it is time for a city tour of Bihac before I head off to Mostar. Well, here we are at our first landmark target in Bosnia, the Fethiye Mosque in Bihac, built in 1266. Bosnia-Herzegovina has much to offer in the way of history and historical sites, especially in the cities. Damage from the battles in the 1990s are still visible, acting as warnings about the horrors of war. And here we are at our second landmark, the Una River, which starts in Croatia and is roughly 132 miles long. Bihac has many historic grave sites and also a shrine dedicated to a Bosnian war hero next to the remains of a church that was destroyed in the Second World War. Bosnia-Herzegovina has a rich history and was part of the Roman Empire till it revolted against them, to later be conquered by first the Slavic tribes and then by the Ottomans, who brought Islamic culture with them, which is part of the heritage of Bosnia-Herzegovina, as can be seen by the mosques and the distinct Muslim gravestones as opposed to merely just the medieval stage acts. I also wanted to film more ride-by shots, but there was the time pressure, and also cars would suddenly appear out of nowhere, making it difficult to set up a camera and turn around on narrow country roads. After a ride out with Akin and him showing me more of the country, I head for my next destination, Mostar.
Okay, have a nice trip. Excellent, yeah, thank you.
At 2 Bosnian marks 50 per litre, which is the equivalent of just over an English pound per litre, the petrol in Bosnia is not too bad, but I wonder how Bosnians themselves cope considering the 43.1% unemployment rate in the country. But tourism is growing, so let's hope things improve for them. Putting on the Bosnia-Herzegovina sticker. I sure earned it today. It's a long road to Mostar, and a lot of it is going through this empty landscape. The road to Mostar is very long and passes through a vast uninhabited landscape with some houses destroyed in the war during the 1990s. The center of Bosnia is empty. There's absolutely nothing here. Just look at it. Is it the remaining landmines that are keeping people away, or bad memories, or that the place has become unattractive? Maybe it is a mix of all factors and people moving to the cities for work like in many other countries. I tell you what, at some point in the remoteness of central Bosnia, I almost felt like as if I was on some African safari. And it's moving time for the camera. Something to prove that you've actually been there. And according to Mr. GPS here, we're just 82 kilometers from Mostar. The GPS allowed me to manage my time much better, as it would always tell me the approximate travel time to the next destination. So no sudden surprises after sightseeing along the way and suddenly feeling the rush to get to the next hotel. Arriving in Mostar, I enjoyed cevapci, a bread with sausages and onions, which, just like the breakfast that I had in Bihac, is basic but very delicious. I take a tour of the Mostar city centre and visit my next 2 target landmarks, the Old Bridge and the Koshki Mehmed Pasha Mosque, again guided by my sat-nav. Is not using a map cheating? Well, if you get lost despite using a map and ask for directions, it could also be considered cheating. So if time is short and there is no room for mistakes, then using sat-nav allows one to definitely find places in most cases. So maps can be used when there's more time available, but it is then upon the person to work on the map reading skills from time to time. Don't blame sat-nav.